And our first guest joins us in studio. Dr. Rob Sapani is the CEO of a company called Sparo Incorporated. Dr. Sapani, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, Don, for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, the company's got a very interesting business model wherein you allow people, when they're making online purchases, to direct a portion of those purchases to the charity of their choice. Tell us about that.
Well, Don, I figured some time ago that life isn't a dress rehearsal. You only live once. And why not leave this world better than what you found it? And that's the inspiration behind Sparo. So what we've created is a technology that marries e-commerce and charity.
Well, that is really remarkable. Now, what's even more remarkable is there's this really interesting story how this came about. Do you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, well, I was doing some research and I realized that the top 1% of charities in the United States take in 86% of all the dollars. And I realized that something needs to give here. We need to democratize charity giving in our country. And so a year ago, I got a team together of good, solid technology folks, and we put the pieces together. And but the inspiration, as I said, has always been, let's make a purchase, but let's do it with a purpose. And that's the inspiration behind Sparo.
Well, it's really a triple win scenario. I mean, the charities obviously do benefit. The merchants benefit because they get into a better relationship with their customers. The customers obviously benefit because, as you know, the whole business model is sustained, that they're able to take part of their purchases, direct it to a charity of their choice. And it really comes down to that slogan you just mentioned, purchase with a purchase. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So what happens is you go shop at, for example, Citron Clothing, which is a clothing store here in Santa Monica, California. Okay. Well, the CEO is a generous guy. He said, I want to give 10% of every sales to my shopper's favorite charity. So essentially what we've created is a technology that is embedded on the shopping cart of Citron Clothing. So every time you go purchase something for your daughter, Gabrielle, for example, you can then decide to give a portion of it. You decide, no one else. You decide to give it, to, for example, to the Laguna Niguel Food Bank.
Okay.
So you can go home thinking, not only did I shop something from my daughter, but I was able to help my own local community as well.
Now, how does Sparo generate revenue from all of this?
So every time a shopper clicks on and uses that donation button, we basically generate a fee for ourselves.
Okay.
And that's how we work. We have a relationship with the merchant. We don't get anything from the shopper. It's a direct relationship between the merchant and us. And so basically what we're doing is we're helping the merchant leverage corporate social responsibility into higher sales. So since we started with Citron, their sales have increased by 50%.
Wow, that's a great, that kind of slides into my next question, because I was curious about the sales presentation that you make to a potential merchant, to a potential retailer, how difficult or how easy that might be. Can you kind of share a little bit of that with us?
So Don, the abandonment rate on online commerces in America is approximately 60%. We've lowered that by 30%.
Wow.
So Citron, if we look at the statistics, their sales have not only gone up by, as I said, between 40 and 50%, depending on the month, but we've increased their conversion rate. So when a customer goes to Citron, sees that they've partnered with Sparo, they complete the sale.
So it's not only corporate social responsibility, it's corporate revenue responsibility.
Absolutely. We've helped the bottom line of Citron Clothing, basically, because we've created marginal dollars. So for every new dollar the CEO of Citron who's generating, he's willing to give 10% to charity. Absolutely. Because he realizes he's giving back to his community, but he's also generating real dollars.
Who are some of the other retailers and some of the charities that you're currently working with?
So we've got approximately 80 charities, Don, that we're working with right now. We've got Charity Navigator as our strategic partner. They vet the charities for us. We also, once in a while, we'll make sure that we run the numbers ourselves. So for example, Save a Child's Heart. Not many people have heard about it, but it's a fantastic organization that literally takes children from Africa and the West Bank and in Arab world and take them to Israel, and they operate on kids who have a heart problem.
Wow. That's fantastic.
I mean, that just makes my heart warm that at night I go to sleep knowing that I've saved some kids, or that the shopper has actually saved some kids.
That's remarkable.
And you ask about merchants. So we've got Citron Clothing. We've got a fantastic company called Mamalu RX. Mamalu RX is a creation of a lady called Jennifer Jenkins. It's basically a kit so that when, God forbid, you're sick and you can't get out of the house, Mama Lou delivers that kit for you at your house. It contains chicken noodle soup. It contains Advil. It contains anything you want, so you don't have to get out of your house. God bless Jennifer. She's one of our merchants.
Well, the name is perfect, Mama, right there.
Yeah,
It says it all.
exactly.
Mama's chicken soup.
Absolutely. And then we've got another merchant called K's Naturals. You know, we in America are struggling with obesity. He manufactures protein, high protein, gluten-free bars.
Wow.
So, you know, these are some of our merchants.
Now, the company I know has an investment opportunity available. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we are raising $1 million. We want to raise $1 million basically to not only put into our technology bucket so we can better our technology, but mostly really to get the name of Sparo out.
Right.
To be able to have more interviews with the dons of the world, basically. Okay. So crowdfunding is what we're doing. So we have our campaign on Crowdfunder, www.crowdfunder.com, and that's where we're trying to raise our money at units of 5,000. So you don't have to be a wealthy individual. You know, you can just come in and invest 5,000. And we're looking to raise $1 million.
And that's the best place for folks to get more information, crowdfunder.com?
Absolutely, or they can just contact Sparo, info@Sparo, and they can, you know, we'll definitely pick it up and contact them. But Crowdfunder is the platform right now that we're using.
Okay. Rob, why is this a good time right now for folks to take a closer look at your company?
Because of the growth, Don. The online market by the year 2017 is going to be $435 billion.
Wow.
If Sparo captures a sliver of that, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. But my dream and my hope and my vision is that not only do we do this online, but eventually at the point of sale.
Nice.
So that every time we purchase something, we know that we're helping someone in need.
The company is called Sparo Incorporated. Their website is sparo.com. You can get more information about their investment opportunity at crowdfunder.com. Rob, this is such a tremendous business model. I really want to congratulate you on that. Of course, we've initiated coverage of the company. Be following you very closely in the next several months. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Don. Appreciate having me. Thank you.